So we're now moving on to the next section of this Working with References AutoCAD course, and this section is References 101. What I'm going to do is just take you through all of the basic things you need to know about working with XREFs or external references in your AutoCAD drawings. Now, I've got the drawing XREFs complete open. You will just need the drawing xrefs.dwg from your working files. Now remember, there will be extra working files in there because the XREF drawings will be in there as well. So you won't just have xrefs.dwg and xrefs complete. There are also two external reference drawings in the file with your working files as well. Let's have a look at these XREFs and how they work. Now, if I zoom in on the ground floor plan, which is where the XREFs are, if I zoom in close, can you see there's an edge there, like so? And if I click on it, you'll notice that the ribbon changes. And it's changed to all of my editing tools for an XREF. So I can edit the reference in place, open a reference, create a clipping boundary, remove a clipping boundary, or work with the external references palette. Now we'll cover all of that in a moment, but you can see that that is obviously an XREF, an external reference drawing that has been brought into the drawing itself. Now, when I hover over it though, you'll notice it's on the wrong layer. You should always put your XREFs on an XREF layer. So what I'm going to do is hit escape there, just to deselect it, and double click on the wheel to zoom extents. I'll go back to my home tab on the ribbon, and you'll see that the current layer at the moment is viewports. I need to select this reference here, and also the reference underneath. So if I click and I drag over that corner there, I select the grey one as well. And then I go back to the home tab and they should be on an XREFs layer. So if I click here, there's the XREFs layer there. Now the reason they shouldn't be on the viewports layer is obviously the viewports layer should be set not to plot, which means you wouldn't be able to see the XREFs when you plot the drawing. So if I hit escape now, those two XREFs are inside the drawing. And what I will do there, just to be on the safe side, is make sure that I'm on my XREFs as the current layer. Now these are just little AutoCAD, what I call housekeeping things like layers and making sure the objects are on the right layers. But it's very, very important that your XREFs are on that separate layer. The reason being is you can then freeze those XREFs off the drawing. If I make the current layer now 0 and then go down to XREFs here and click on the sun symbol and freeze those two and come back into the drawing now, you can see that they're not there anymore. Now sometimes you can't see the wood for the trees in an AutoCAD drawing because of detail, annotation, but also sometimes XREFs. So the trick there is to freeze them off the drawing until you need them, and then go back again and just thaw them out in the layer pull down like so, and they're back in the drawing. Now these XREFs, where do they come from? Well, they're stored in the same folder as your current drawing. If I go up here to open, you'll see that there's a footprint foundation. If I click on it, there's the footprint, which is the grey area there going around the building. It represents the concrete raft foundation. And the topography, as you can see, is the contour lines with a hole cut in it for the foundation that sits inside. Now you can see they're in the same folder as the XREFs drawings. Now the reason for that, I'll just cancel that dialog, is so that when they look for those XREFs from the current drawing, they will find them. And I'll explain more about that and bringing references into drawings later. So these XREFs are complete drawings that have been brought into the AutoCAD drawing that you're working on. Now the benefit of this is, as I said in the introduction, people can be working on these XREFs independently of you. If any changes are made, all you've got to do is save your drawing using save up here, and it will prompt you with a little bubble down here in the right hand corner to say that changes have been made to that particular XREF. And as we work through this course, you'll see how that works and how people can independently work on an XREF even though you've got that XREF in your drawing. Down here at the bottom, you can see a little icon here, Manage XREFs. If I click on that now, that automatically opens up the XREFs palette. You can see external references there, and you can see the references that are in the drawing and the current drawing itself. So as we work through this course, I'll show you how to use the palette, I'll show you how to use the Insert tab and the Reference panel and the flyout here as well. And we'll work through all of these as we go through References 101.